Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Patrice Dayton.
And I'm Rondrell Moore. Hundreds of Indiana State University students walked out today. They were protesting legislation involving the LGBTQ+ community.
Students protested legislation from across the Wabash Valley that included Indiana House Bill 1041. It would prohibit transgender girls from competing in girls' school sports.
Governor Holcomb vetoed the bill, but lawmakers are expected to override his veto.
News 10's Blake Dahlia is live at Indiana State University. He tells us what students are saying about the bill and how local lawmakers are reacting.
Patrice, Rondrell, if you take a look behind me right now, you can see that things are relatively calm at the fountain. Not a lot of people really out and about, but earlier that was not the case. It was shoulder to shoulder. You really just had a hard time surfing through that crowd. Many students walked out of class today in protest of what they called anti-trans legislation. Hundreds of students who missed class say no matter what legislation is passed, they won't back down.
We're not going to shut up just because they tell us to.
Some local lawmakers support some of this legislation. Representative Alan Morrison from Brazil was in favor of House Bill 1041. He says it boils down to a women's rights issue, giving women and girls a fair opportunity in sports.
Well, it's a protection of girls' sports. And being the father of a boy and a girl, watching them grow up, I know how important it is.
Morrison says lawmakers plan on overriding Governor Holcomb's veto. He says the veto takes away from progress made in years past towards supporting women's and girls' sports. He says he feels protecting them is of utmost importance right now because of the 50th anniversary of Title IX.
We've finally gotten to the point where girls' athletics are valued and the girls are having opportunities that they deserve.
Morrison says while he disagrees with the students, he supports their right to peacefully protest. The students say no matter what lawmakers say, they aren't changing how they feel.
I'm glad that he's comfortable with us making our voices heard because we're not going to stop. We want to make a stand and make it clear that even if it's cold, like it could be freezing rain out here and we would still be out here and we would still be wanting to make this change.
Now, students encouraged each other to reach out to local representatives like Representative Morrison. They say that Morrison says rather that if they do reach out, he will be happy to hear from them. Reporting live in Terre Haute, Blake Dahlia, News 10.